What is up, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be spoiling The Walking Dead Season 10, Episode 9. This is the second half of the season. So the second... Why do they do these stupid mid-seasons and all that stuff? Like, just call it a new season, man. It's just a reason for you to give us a half-ass finale. But anyways, I've been looking forward to this. The last season ended, they were trapped inside that cave surrounded by walkers, so it's going to be interesting to see how they get out of this one. So let's get into it. I'm Mr. Hanson, and this is Spoiler Alert. This episode picked up where the cliffhanger left off in the mid-season finale. Trapped in a cave surrounded by walkers, we spent the past few months wondering how they were going to get out of this one, and it turns out it only took them a few minutes to figure it out. They just need to get across the trench of man-eating walkers, but lo and behold, there is a path. All they have to do is jump from one rock to another and hope they don't fall. And they do exactly that, and no one falls, not even the fat guy or the chick with a bum ankle. Even though they made it across, they're still not home free, but this does seem like a good time to stop and blame Carol for this, and Magna is right. This is Carol's fault, but the group decides this is not the right time, and they try to get back to trying to find a way out. Daryl does have a talk with Carol about how she's been acting since Henry died, and she promises to stop and start talking to him before she goes off and does crazy stuff that puts everyone in harm's way. We will just have to see how long Carol's promises last. Magna was off looking for some possible ways out when she came across some of Alpha's crew. Everyone joins Magna and they beat the skins back, and the remaining skins run off, and everyone on our team is still alive. They try to follow the fleeing whisperers, hoping that they would lead them to a way out, but they lose the skins in the chase. Eventually, they do come across a tight tunnel that looks like it leads out of the cave system, but it was so small that it seemed like none of them would fit through. I guess that's why this episode was called Squeeze. But they all do make it through, though. Even the fat guy who gets stuck and has walkers biting at his heels. Look, I keep saying fat guy, but I love Jerry, and I was really afraid that they were about to give him a weak-ass death right here. This guy gets more near death than anyone, so I was pretty confident that he was going to make the squeeze through, and he did. And I'm glad he did, because Jerry is the people's champ. He is the most selfless person on the show, and I'm hoping he's going to stick around. Carol done did it again and messed up, man. She keeps doing these stupid things and making these stupid mistakes, and I'm seriously getting sick of it. This is so out of character for Carol. I mean, I understand that Henry died and she is distraught over that, but it's not the worst thing that's ever happened to Carol. I mean, let's not forget, her real daughter also died, and then she claimed those other two girls as her daughter, and one of them killed the other one, and then she killed the other one. So it's a bad situation what happened with Henry, but it's not the worst situation she's ever been in, and she's pulled through it. But let's also think back to like the prison when we all hated Carol because she burned those bodies. Although it kind of was the right thing to do to try to assure everybody else's safety. But at the time, everybody was real upset with her. And then she came back and saved the day. So hopefully we're going to get that again, because this is just getting ridiculous. And I'm with Magna 100%. Like, Carol, you are messing up and you are putting us in crappy situations right now. So she told Daryl that she's not going to do it anymore, that she's going to check with him before she makes any big decisions. So let's just see if she stays true to her word or not. Let's keep it going. Just when it seemed that this must be the end and they have reached freedom, it's not quite over yet. They find themselves in an old abandoned mine shaft. This shaft has been barricaded in, and they are going to have to dig themselves out. While working their way out, Kelly comes across some dynamite that must have been there for years. She thinks that they could use it to blow their way out, but Jerry lets her know that this is old sweaty dynamite and should be left alone. I was thinking what everyone else was thinking and hoping that they would use it to blow up Alpha's herd of walkers, but the only one who thought to do that was Carol. And Carol is not supposed to be making decisions on her own, but she does. Carol takes some dynamite and sneaks off back to where the herd is. She almost falls to her death, but Daryl shows up and saves her. Of course he does. While she's trying to pull herself up, she knocks the dynamite down into the herd and it explodes, causing the mine shaft to start to collapse on everyone. Once again, Carol has put everyone in extreme danger, and this time it would come at a hefty cost. Jerry plays the hero again and single-handedly holds the shaft up while almost everyone escapes. Okay, if Jerry died here, I would have accepted that. He for sure needs to go out a hero, and this would have been a good chance to do that, but Jerry does make it out at the last second, but the same could not be said for Connie and Magna, as the two were still in the shaft when it came down. We do not know if they survived or not, but we do know that Daryl went to go try to find another way in so he can try to search for them, but it does not look good. I do still have hope that he is going to find them though, and they are going to be okay. Now she done possibly cost some people their lives, man, and I think even Daryl's had enough. I think he's over it, and he is genuinely upset with her because he is really into Connie right now, and she might be gone. She might be done, although I doubt that her and Magna are dead because, the fact that Daryl said he's going to go look for them just means that he's probably eventually going to find them. At least I really hope so, man. I like Magna. I liked her because she was in the 100, and I love the 100. But anyways, she's really cool in this show too, and Connie's cool, so I really hope that they find her. I don't know what they're going to do with Carol, though. Like, we're at a point, Carol, maybe now you should just go back to your boat and just bounce, man, because you are causing nothing but issues. But I mean, we also had another really weird moment that we're about to get into right now, and this is definitely one for the books that I don't think any of us are going to be forgetting it anytime soon. So let's get into that. Meanwhile, back in Alpha's camp, things are getting very weird, and we'll get into that in a moment. But Alpha is upset that her herd was found, and she knows that there must be a spy that found them, so she sent her skins out searching for anyone in the area who is not part of their crew. Negan gets a chance to speak with Alpha and tells her that he thinks it's an inside job. He goes on to suggest that it must be Gamma because Gamma is close enough to Alpha to know where the herd is, and since she works at the border, she is close enough to tell others where the herd is also. Alpha decides to reward Negan for his smart thinking, and we get what must have been the most awkward situation in this show to date. Alpha tells Negan to strip naked, and she herself also strips naked, and the two start making out. The camera zooms out, and we get this weird shot of a naked Negan and a naked Alpha rubbing naked bodies together. If Negan is trying to take out the Whisperers to prove that he's a good guy now, he was really committed to the role because she didn't even take her mask off. Negan is basically hooking up with a walker right now. Talk about bumping uglies, huh? Ugh. Anyways, I really hope it's a name of proving that he's a changed man. If not, then this is not the Negan we all know and love. He could have killed her on the spot, but I think he is thinking about the ultimate goal and taking out the whole crew of Whisperers in one sweep. Okay, so apparently Negan is really committed to this role, and I know I'm talking like it's a fact that he's still working for us, and he's just trying to infiltrate the Whisperers so that he can attack at some point. But I'm pretty confident that's what it's going to be. I mean, he's changed. Negan is a new man. We can see those changes coming a little bit at the end of the season, at the end of the mid-season finale. Like he was helping out Lydia and stuff. I really think that he's going to try to prove himself that he is a good guy. He doesn't want to be living out in the wilderness with the Whisperers, man. He wants to be back in Alexandria with the rest of the crew. But speaking of Alexandria, I'm a bit bummed. We got nothing from Hilltop, and we got nothing from Alexandria. Michonne wasn't even in this episode. No Judith. No nothing. No King. And Maggie didn't come back, which is fine. I don't care if Maggie ever comes back if we're going to be 100. I didn't like the way she was acting when she left. So, peace out. But I do want to see Rick come back at some point. I mean, that'd be cool. But we didn't get it this episode, and I don't know that we're going to get it this season. I do think he's going to come back at some point. But, man, that whole thing with Negan was so awkward, man. I mean, we seen some weird stuff. We seen a girl who lived in the dump and had a whole crew, and then called in the chopper and during all of this. That was really strange. But I still think that Negan and old Alpha over there old ball-headed bowling ball hooking up. Man, that was uncalled for. But anyways, that's going to do it for this episode. Thank you everybody for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed it, and feel free to give a like and a subscribe if you want to. We're going to be spoiling every episode of The Walking Dead from here on out, so we hope you'll join us with that, and it should be a lot of fun. All right. The Walking Dead Season 10, Episode 9. You've officially been spoiled. So till next time, peace.